Hi, I'm William Banks, and I'm going to jail for 8 months. My mugshot from when I turned myself into the police in February. I had to turn myself into the police because they put a warrant out for my arrest. And they took this mugshot of me. This is just my natural look. I grew a beard this summer, so now I look a little bit different. But this is me before I had a beard. I think it's a pretty good mugshot. I'd seen a lot of Israel lawn signs around this whole neighborhood where I was staying, and I felt like I wanted to take them down as an act of protest because this was a few months after the October 7th attacks in Israel. Israel's retaliation to that had been killing as many Palestinians as possible. It was just so egregious to see the Star of David, a symbol of God and what should be used as love, used to justify genocide. And I grew up Christian, but I identify as Christian, Jewish, and Muslim altogether. And to see the symbol of Judaism used to justify evil, I just felt like I had to do something. And I got allegedly, this is all alleged by the way, I allegedly took the signs out of the ground and put them in the trash can. And I allegedly got caught by one of the neighbors who started filming me. And then allegedly, as I was getting one of them out of the ground, the cops had been called. He called the cops. This neighbor allegedly called the cops. No, he did factually call the cops. My ex-fiance broke up with me because I wasn't allowed back in her hometown. And I have just been dealing with a trial since then. And now they finally gave me the verdict that I have to go to jail for 8 months. I've read the Old Testament. I've been to several Shabbat dinners. I've been in synagogues. I have had conversations with rabbis about God, and there's a lot of respect between each other. Well, I want to work out. I feel like I'm not very strong right now physically. I would like to get more fit. I'd like to read more. So I'm going to be reading a lot of books. And I'm going to talk to people on the inside about God, because I think that people who have made mistakes, people who have committed crimes, are looking for some kind of redemption. So here's my body right now. I've got definitely a little flabby on my stomach, but I don't mind it. Like, I don't necessarily want to be cut, you know? I think people are attracted to this body type, especially nowadays. I think that doing whatever lift would kind of do this. My nipples and breasts are a little bit pushed out. So I won't have probably access to the same kind of food there, and I'll be more healthy. So maybe just to have this be a little bit flatter. I really like to have sex and stuff, so if I could, be more fit, so I'm better, I'm more stamina. But I'm also considering that maybe I should stop having premarital sex, because a lot of people with traditional religious I've been talking about have said I shouldn't have premarital sex. They say you should wait until you're married, which is complicated because I would love to get married and I'd love to have a wife, but it seems really challenging to find a wife who I never have sex with, because it's we're getting married. What if, it's wedding night and we're finally able to have sex and my penis is completely different than her vagina? And I don't think it's wrong necessarily to have sex. I think you can have gay sex or you can have straight sex as long as it's love sex. I think fuck sex, where you just don't like the person and you're just doing it, there's something sinister to that. I'm not really gay. I've kissed guys before in a way that I can be I'm attracted to talent and skill and power kind of a little bit sometimes. Not power. I don't, Obama doesn't do anything for me, but I think I could easily be celibate for 8 months. The plan is to be celibate for 8 months when I'm in jail. And I haven't not had sex for 8 months since before I lost my virginity. I think ever since I lost my virginity, I've had sex at least every 8 months. Even a lot more. I would call myself a political prisoner. I would even call myself a martyr. Martyr is a charged word because people are oh, don't call yourself a martyr because there's so many martyrs who are doing so much more than you. And I'm yes, that's valid. Maybe I'd call myself a hero instead of a martyr, just to be respectful of other martyrs. I saw like an infographic piece of information. I didn't read the article, so can't verify. But I saw the information that if they had donated all of the money that America is giving to Israel to like kept that money to public aid and healthcare and like funding schools and stuff, it was like they could end poverty in here. But instead they're giving it to pay for weapons for Israel to kill people. I know it's a hot subject, and I didn't ever expect myself to get in the center of the Israel-Palestine conflict, but it's where I found myself, and I'm just trying to embrace it and make and be a voice towards justice. I'm selling t-shirts with my mugshot on freewilliambanks.com, and we're donating the proceeds to aid in Gaza. Free William Banks is like the Let's Go Brandon of Free Palestine. You know, they would say Let's Go Brandon to be a dog whistle for fuck Joe Biden when they couldn't say fuck Joe Biden on camera. You can't say Free Palestine on camera because you're worried about political associations, but you can say Free William Banks because that's okay to say, but in doing so you really mean Free Palestine. Even though I'm not Palestinian and I know that their plight is a million times worse than anything I'm gonna endure in jail. I'm trying to be a good person ultimately. I believe I am a good person, but I'm trying to make sure that everything I do leads towards me being a good person. Because I believe in purity and light as a core value.